Too much folic acid in pregnancy increases the risk of autism, a particular study suggests. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Nurses Lecture Room YouTube channel. My name is Mercy Mary, popularly known as the Nurse with a Difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today, we are going to be talking about folic acid. I've gotten several questions on the comment section in regards to folic acid. Questions like, what is this folic acid? When should I start taking folic acid if I am trying to conceive? When should I stop taking folic acid when I am pregnant? Should I take folic acid throughout the stage of pregnancy? And while trying to do the study, I found out that there has been a research that has been conducted in regards to the relationship between excessive folic acid and autism. And I have decided to make this video for you so you stay informed. But before we go into details into this class, if you are new on our YouTube channel and these are contents you are interested in, please click on that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mercy Mary saying thank you. Let's go there. All right, welcome back. Now, let's talk about folic acid in general before we talk about folic acid in pregnancy. So the first question is, what is this folic acid? Folic acid is a synthetic version of a vitamin known as folate, and folate is popularly known as vitamin B9. Yes, it's a type of vitamin B9. It's a type of folate. So in the context of this video, I'm going to be using folate in general. Folate can be found in certain food that we eat, such as your leafy vegetables. It can be found in broccoli, it can be found in cabbage, it can be found in lettuce, it can be found in certain fruits. It can also be found in mushrooms, it can be found in beans. So if you want to know a list of food that has folate in it, just click on Google, search on Google, and you're going to get a list of food, and hopefully one of your favorites might be among them. In terms of folate, folate has a lot of benefits in our body. And the first one is that it helps to mature the red blood cells. It helps in making healthy red blood cells. And also, folate is important when it comes to the production of certain protein in the body. Another benefit of folate is that it helps to build and repair our DNA. Another benefit of folate is that it helps cells grow, divide, and work properly. Research has also shown that low blood folate levels are linked to poor mental function and increased risk of dementia. You can see, so when you have good folate in your body, when you have an adequate amount of folate in your body, definitely it will not put you at risk of dementia. If you are deficient in folate, it can lead to severe anemia. If you are deficient in folate, it can lead to increased risk of heart disease and certain cancer. And if you are deficient in folate, it can lead to developmental irregularity. And that takes us to taking folic acid in pregnancy. So why did they tell pregnant women to take folic acid? That is the big question. We tell pregnant women to take folic acid during pregnancy and few months before they know they want to take in, because it's going to help prevent neural tube abnormality. Yes, neural tube abnormality. And some of these neural tube abnormality I'm going to be sharing with you are spinal bifida and anencephaly. Yes. So you may want to ask, what is spinal bifida? Spinal bifida is a condition in which the spine of the fetus is not formed properly during the first months of pregnancy. Yes, the spine of the fetus is not formed properly. And also, anencephaly occurs when the brain and the skull of the fetus is not formed properly. So if a woman lacks folate in the body, it can lead to this neural tube abnormality. So, and this whole tube, the neural tube, they are formed within the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. So that is why when you go for your antenatal, when you register for your antenatal, the first thing that your midwife is going to include in what you are going to be taking during that first 12 weeks is folic acid. Okay, because it's going to help you prevent the spinal abnormalities. So for those that keep asking, when should I stop taking folic acid? That is a question, that's a big question in general. So the first thing I want you to know is that after 12 weeks, as far as your hemoglobin level, you are not anemic, you can stop taking folic acid. But there are some certain people that require a higher dose of folic acid. The normal dosage of folic acid you are supposed to take daily is 400 micrograms every day during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. But there are some people that are supposed to take higher than 400 micrograms daily during that first 12 weeks of pregnancy. And those people include those that are born with neural tube defects. If the mother or the biological father of that child is born with a spinal tube defect, definitely the mother is going to take higher dose of folic acid. If there's any genetic history, if there's any history for both the mother and the biological father of having spinal bifida, of having any neural tube abnormality, that mother is going to be taking a higher dose of folic acid. If the mother is diabetic, she's going to be taking a higher dose of folic acid. And also, it is important to note that if a mother is on anti-epilepsy medication, she's to take a higher dose of folic acid. And also, if the mother is on any antiretroviral drugs for HIV, that person is to take a higher dose of folic acid. So these are the people that are taking a higher dose of folic acid because they are at risk of giving birth to children with neural tube abnormalities. And there's something I want you to take note of. When taking folic acid, it is not advisable you take alcohol. Why? Because alcohol is likely going to inhibit the function of that folic acid in the body. Folic acid is very important. So, and as a pregnant woman, it's advisable you start taking it before you conceive. So 3 months before you conceive, you are sure, okay, I'm going to be getting pregnant. I'm planning towards getting pregnant in 3 months' time. You can start taking folic acid. Folic acid has also been shown to improve the quality of eggs. So that is why if you are trying to conceive, it's also advisable you start taking folic acid. Now you know the benefits of folic acid. Now you know the do's and don'ts of folic acid. It is time for us to talk about the research that talks about folic acid and autism. There have been several research work pointing at too much folate in pregnancy to autism spectrum disorder. So I would like you to read with me. You can see on the screen. It says that women who plan on becoming pregnant are told they need enough of the nutrient folate to ensure proper neurodevelopment of their baby. But new research from Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health suggests there could be a serious risk in having far too much of the same nutrients. The researchers found out that if a new mother having a very high level of folate right after giving birth, more than 4 times what is considered adequate, the risk that her child will develop an autism spectrum disorder doubles. Very high vitamin B12 level in new moms are also potentially harmful, tripling the risk that her offspring may develop an autism spectrum disorder. If both levels are extremely high, the risk that a child develop the disorder increases 17.6 times. You can see. So this is what the research work said. And I have also gone through the internet. I've seen some research work saying that there's a relationship between it. So, and I was like, how possible could that be? I actually gave it a thought, and I was like, it's possible. So from my own point of view, in terms of folic acid being linked to autism in general, there could be a link actually, but there are a lot of factors that should be considered when it comes to autism, such as genetic factors, environmental factors, and all that. Okay, so what I advise for pregnant women personally is that during the first 12 weeks of your pregnancy, take the folic acid. Yes, take your folic acid during the first 12 weeks of your pregnancy. See your midwife. Definitely, you're going to be having appointments with your midwife. So if your midwife says you are not anemic, if your midwife says there is no need for you to have folic acid after 12 weeks, I see no reason why you should continue taking a combination of vitamin that have folic acid. Okay, I think you should take the vitamin that is important at that particular stage of pregnancy, because that folic acid you take, it's very important during that first 12 weeks. And after that 12 weeks, there's no significant benefit of you taking that folic acid because the neural tube have already been formed. So since there is a research work linking it to autism, a lot of trials has been done, but we need more research to actually prove it, to like stamp it that this is it, this is the link, this is a straight link that has done. But this is my advice generally. When you don't need something, don't take it. Okay, because these days I don't want to start calling brand. There are different vitamin packed up, and they say it's for pregnant women. You should take it. Good, these vitamins are good, but I see no reason why you should take it when you don't need it. That is just from my own personal opinion. Okay, if the first 12 weeks of pregnancy is done, you don't need folic acid. I see no reason why you should take it. All right, take the other vitamin. If your midwife says vitamin D is important, calcium, you need it, take it. But you being on folic acid throughout the pregnancy stage because, oh, it's part of the vitamin you are taking, I see no reason for it. All right, like I always tell you, like in life, you have to learn to create a balance. Too much of everything definitely is bad. So if too much of folic acid, research studies says it can put you at risk, it can put your child at risk of autism, then don't take it. Okay? Because 12 weeks is gone. The major function is for neural tube. So why are you not taking it when you are not anemic, you are not diabetic, and your midwife is not saying it's compulsory? It's a stamp that you should take it. So that is what I am saying from my own perspective. So if you go to the internet and see the relationship between folic acid and autism, you're going to be getting some materials. But this particular one, I think it was done in 2016. So I need more research work on it. And I think people have been advised to, researchers have been advised to do more research work on it to actually confirm if it is really like 100% correct. But this particular research from this public health, Johns Hopkins, actually gives a relationship between it. So if you have any research work that says there is no link, just let me know. I saw one, but I just deem it fit that we should stay informed of some research work. And it's also very important that most of this research work are not done in humans yet, but rather they are done in animals. So this is basically what I have to share today, and I hope this video is beneficial. Pregnant women, take what you need and not what you don't need. This is my own perspective. This is what I am saying. I am not imposing it on you. And if possible, if you know you can get these things from fruits, from vegetables, I would advise you after 12 weeks, take more fruit, take more of these vegetables rather than taking too much of these supplements. This is my own perspective, like I'm telling you, rather than taking too much of this supplement. In the first 12 weeks, the fact is you cannot get that folate from the food you eat in the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. That is why that supplement is important at that first 12 weeks of pregnancy. But after 12 weeks of pregnancy, when you know you don't need that folic acid in excess again, so what is the essence of you taking that folic acid? Why not just focus on taking a lot of fruits, a lot of veggies that has little amount of folate to be added to your body? So thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. Yeah, for all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mercenary saying thank you. Yeah, sorry, I just remembered something. For me, I had to take folic acid throughout the course of my pregnancy, yes. because my hemoglobin was really down. That's my personal experience. My hemoglobin was down, and my midwife advised so. So that is why I had to. Yes, I am a midwife, but I also have to see a midwife. I have to see a doctor during my antenatal period and during my pregnancy stage. So thank you, and do have a wonderful day ahead.